Okay. I'll just stop doing that. Hi guys, it's me, Anis. I just want to say I really love Thai food, and every time I go to a Thai restaurant I have some of my favorite dishes that I usually order, and one of them is Pandan chicken. Now I absolutely love this dish because it's so fragrant. You know, the chicken is so flavorful, it's wrapped in pandan leaves and then deep fried, it's crispy, it's just really good. So I'm gonna share with you guys my pandan chicken recipe, and it's really special because instead of frying, we're gonna bake it. Okay, so I've got a bunch of spices that we're gonna use to marinate our chicken. I've got some oyster sauce, I've got chili powder, I've got turmeric, ground turmeric, I've got ground coriander seeds, ground cumin seeds, ground fennel seeds, I've got a little bit of white pepper, ground white pepper, I've got some garlic, some shallots, some lemongrass, and of course some sesame oil and a little bit of honey for flavoring. And I am using boneless chicken legs. And I'm also going to share with you my dipping sauce, but we're going to do that once we've popped our chicken in the oven. I'm going to start by blending my spices. So I've got about 3 cloves of garlic, about 5 to 6 shallots, depending on the size. I'm going to add my lemongrass, and I'm only using the soft part. So I'm going to peel about 2 layers off. Now I don't want like the center part, the really soft part. I just want to get rid of the really hard outer layers. I do want a little bit of fiber from the lemongrass because that's going to give the extra texture to our pandan chicken. So we're just going to peel off the really hard outer layers. Like this is good. So I already peeled 1 layer, and I'm gonna slice it and throw them in the blender. And now I'm gonna add in my chili powder, my turmeric powder, my coriander seeds powder, my fennel seed powder, my cumin seed powder, my ground white pepper, and I'm going to add a little bit of water. Not too much water because we don't want it too watery. And we're going to give this a quick blend. Okay, this looks good. Now I'm going to pour this into my bowl and add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, now I'm going to add in my oyster sauce, my sesame oil, and my honey. And I'm using raw honey. I'm going to season it with some salt. Give it a good mix. And now I'm going to slice my chicken and throw it in the marinade. Okay, so we're going to cut our chicken into 2-inch cubes. Alright, so now I'm going to pop my chicken into the marinade. Give it a good mix, and we're going to leave it to marinate for about half an hour to an hour. Okay, so it's been marinating for about half an hour, and now I am ready to roll it. So easy. You need pandan leaves, fresh pandan leaves that's been cut and cleaned. Now normally I use like bigger pandan leaves, so it's so much easier to roll it, but I was only able to find the baby ones, and I just have to make do, but I'm sure I can figure this out. So let's try. Let's get our chicken pieces So for this, I would need 2 pandan leaves. And the back part of the pandan leaves should be the inside part. So you're going to place your chicken, slowly wrap it like you would wrap a samosa. So you want a nice triangle. We're going to put our pandan leaves through this part, through this layer. Alright, I've just finished wrapping all the chicken in my very tiny pandan leaves. And make sure after wrapping them, you secure it with toothpicks. Now I'm going to drizzle some oil over my chicken. I'm going to pop it in the oven that's been heated at 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. Not too much oil. Shake it around a little bit. So we're going to roast it for about 20 minutes. And after 10 minutes, if you see the chicken is soaked in its juices, you remove it, discard the juices, and then pop it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. While my chicken is baking in the oven, I am going to prepare my dressing. So I've got here 3 lemongrass, and I'm only using the really soft white part on the inside. So I'm going to peel about 3 to 4 layers of the lemongrass. I don't want the fiber, I just want the flavor and the soft part of the lemongrass. This dressing is so nice with your roast or barbecue chicken wings. Seafood as well. Let's throw this into our mixing bowl. I'm going to chop some coriander leaves, bite-sized chili. I'm going to finely slice these as well, and pop it in the mixing bowl. Now I'm going to squeeze half of the lime juice. I'm going to add in some sesame oil. Not too much, just about a teaspoon. Some fish sauce, about the same amount. And I'm going to add my Thai chili sauce. I'm not going to add any sugar because Thai chili sauce are normally quite sweet. And just give it a quick mix. I'm going to keep this in the fridge until I'm ready to serve. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes and I am going to take out my chicken. It smells so good. Oh, look at that. Oh wow, it's beautiful. So although I baked it, it's still crunchy on the outside, you can see. Oh, it looks so good. This is a great recipe when you're entertaining guests. And we're gonna serve it with a dipping sauce. And it's ready. I hope you'll try this recipe because it's absolutely delicious. Jemput makan!